Hello everyone, this is Ange. Welcome to another episode of the Visual Novel Monthly Recap. This is a video series where I highlight news related to major visual novel releases and the community for each month. In this video, I'll highlight anything that happened in February of 2020. Let's get started. Herbal Makoti, the hacker of Black Dragon Translations, was able to make a breakthrough in regards to reading visual novels on Linux. Essentially, there is an issue with visual novels that use Shift.js on Linux, but with his new Shift.js encoding for Linux and Wine, most types of Linux should be able to run visual novels with no problem. Go to the link below for more information. Key finally released their official translation of Summer Pockets on Steam. If you're a fan of many previous Key stories like Clannad, Little Busters, Angel Beats, Air, etc., then you don't want to miss this. Alka Translations did not finish their fan translation before Key released their official one. So as Alka promised, they stopped working on their release and even took down previous downloads to their partial patches. So far, it's up in the air if they'll actually go ahead with translating the upcoming Reflection Blue. For those who like reading visual novels on a PSP or Vita, there is now an English translation patch for the PSP port of Never 7 of the Infinity series. It uses the exact same fan translation as the PC version, but you get the bonus of various upgrades that the PSP port had, like the rewind feature, quick saves, better UI, in-game tips, etc. The link to the patch can be found below. Venus Blood Frontier International got a Steam release when it was originally only released on 18+ stores like JAST. A notable thing about this release is that it had a very well-received Kickstarter, with all its deliveries done within 14 months. From what I know, it's a strategy RPG with a lot of gameplay, and it's deeper than you'd expect. It has a story that has 2 routes and over 20 different endings, and it also has a lot of sexual content, including some corruption and tentacles, so just keep that in mind when considering reading this visual novel. CD Cruz has created a new visual novel maker called Fable Maker. It does not require coding like Ren'Py, and is stated to be flexible with a lot of options, so if you want to make a visual novel without having to code, consider checking this one out. Senran Banka, a well-liked visual novel by Ubisoft, has been released by Nekonian. It looks to potentially be Nekonian's biggest visual novel release to date, with a whopping 1,500 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. If you want a nice long romance comedy with great art and a mixed historical and modern setting, be sure to check this out. Sudezure Scans made a 2.0 patch of Hoshiori Yume Mirai that has some script revisions and a translation for Toko's ending movie. They recommend that if you've already read the visual novel, then you don't really need to get this patch. But if you haven't read this visual novel yet and are interested, be sure to go get this version. The third visual novel in the Flowers series, Le Volume sur Automne, has a limited edition up for pre-order at JList. Many Flowers fans have been looking forward to this, so if you're interested in an all-ages girls' love story, be sure to check out the first 2 Flowers visual novels on JAST Store. ANIPLEX.EXE came out of nowhere and announced that they're making a visual novel brand called ANIPLEX.EXE to release visual novels with English, Japanese, and Chinese text. The 2 visual novels they plan on releasing sometime in 2020 are Atri, My Dear Moments, a collab with Konoasta, Skaji, Frontwing, and Makura, and Autabana Odd Tales by Lyresoft. For all you BL or yaoi fans out there, JAST Blue released a Nitro Plus Chiral yaoi title called Togainu no Chi Lost Blood on Steam and on JAST Store. In typical Nitro Plus fashion, it seems to have dark themes and brutal action in addition to its yaoi. So if the combination of the 2 sounds interesting to you, be sure to check it out. Oshirabu, Waifus Over Husbandos, a girls' love Yuri visual novel developed by Suketa Somero, released on Steam, Manga Gamer, and Depasoft with Chinese, English, and Japanese text options. It is apparently pretty short and quite well liked, with over 800 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, so consider this if you're into girls' love or Yuri. Manga Gamer ended the month with their yearly licensing survey. If you don't know what this is, it's a Google form where Manga Gamer asks their fanbase a bunch of questions related to their visual novel consuming preferences. The survey ends with the user being able to submit up to 3 visual novels they'd like to be localized into English. So if you can think of up to 3 visual novels you'd like Manga Gamer to localize, feel free to fill out that form. There's also a free giveaway for one of their 2019 releases if you input your email. I put a link to the survey in the description below, as well as some Japanese companies Manga Gamer has worked with that may make choosing a visual novel to request a bit easier for you. And that is it for February of 2020. As always, if you have any feedback, positive or negative, feel free to leave a comment below in this video or one of my social medias. See you all next month.